Hey guys, welcome back to Terraria, where today we've got a few more bosses to take on using the Rune of Kos to spawn them in. I will have to check the locations again, but there's a few different locations across the map, spawns in different bosses. But before we do that, I've been doing a little off-camera prep. So we've got 37 Uli Bloom ore should I say, which I think that's how you pronounce it. And then we've got some Divine Geodes, because we're going to make a new armor set called the Tarragon? I swear that's like a herb or something, but I think that's what it's called. Okay, if you'd just let me make that slime, thank you very much. Oh, also the badge of bravery is another thing we want to make. 15% increased melee speed, increases melee damage, melee crit by 5%, and 5+ armor penetration, which is pretty good. So I think we'll replace that for this, the Frost Flare. Let's make that quickly. Hopefully we've still got enough to make the armor, because I didn't actually check. But then, yeah, so it'll be... It is Tarragon. Tarragon breastplate. So it's... Oh, King Slime. King Slime's awoken. Can you just not? Can you just not, King Slime? I'll literally... Do I even need to attack it? I wonder if it'll just die itself. I'm getting bored of trying. I'm just going to... I literally one-shot it. Literally dead. Instantly. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. Don't need that. So what was I doing again? Armor. 37 defense compared to 34, so it's got a bit more defense. Helm 33, 24, a lot more defense there. Oh, a horned helm. Which I assume that's summoning. And leggings 32. So yeah, it's way more defensive. But what is it like? Breastplate of the elixir. No. That's just not what it says. Breastplate of the Exiler? Exile? Exiler? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Increased damage 10%, 5% critical strike chance, 2 life regen and 40 max health. That's for the chest. Helmet is 5% movement speed, 10% rogue damage. No, that's not right. It's this one. Here we go. 5% damage reduction, 10% melee damage and critical strike chance. Pretty good. And the legs, movement speed increase. So it's a very good set is what I'm reading. Let's make that. Let's make the helm. Just make sure it's the right one. Yeah, it looks good. There we go. And legs, which are these. Perfect. So there's a new set done. Put the helmet on. Put the breastplate on. There we go. Should we sell the solar flare armor? Or shall I chest it away? I don't think it'll come in handy, but if I've got space, I might as well just put it away. There we go. Right. Now all we need to do... Oh, hang on. Did I put the... Yeah, I did put the badge on. That's good. Put that in the chest. So, I think one of the places is the dungeon, but I can't quite remember because there are 3. And I'm going to actually double check what they're called because I did look last night, but I've forgotten since then. Yeah, I think it's going to be safe to say this is going to be a difficult boss fight, considering the normal mobs are absolutely destroying me. There's like these wizard guys who shoot fireballs and they basically do all your health. And then there's paladins with 12,000 health. This is going to be a difficult boss fight. Unless, of course, spawning the boss. In fact, I think it doesn't. I think that's a benefit of Calamity. I think spawning bosses means other mobs don't really spawn. Or at least I hope that's what it means, because otherwise I'm going to have a very difficult time. But yeah, I'm going to try and spawn it in. A, at night time. And B, after I've actually had use of my healing potions. Right, showtime. So, if I use the Rune of Kos here, it's going to summon the Ceaseless Void. And basically, what you need to do in this fight is not attack the main boss yet, because it summons in some like sort of dark energies, I think they're called, which float around the boss. You need to damage them before it becomes vulnerable, and then you can attack it, and it basically just cycles through that while spawning in more dark energies each phase, I guess you can say. And then it has some weird sort of suction attack, which I'm not sure reading about what it actually does, so it's probably just best to find out. So we'll take those, spawn it in, and here it is. So there's the dark energy. So we need to destroy these first. Right. Oh, wait, oh no, we've still got mobs. We've still got mobs. I don't like mobs. Okay, it just doesn't seem like it's doing too much damage. That's what we like. Oh yeah, also, I think it's once it gets to 50% of the Dark Energy's healths. Like, overall. I don't think you have to destroy all of them. In fact, I think that's it, isn't it? So yeah, there's its suction attack. Oh, well, it's not too much. Like, yeah, I'm not actually moving at this point. It's not really... Oh, it does if you jump, though. Yeah, okay, don't jump and it doesn't do too much. Right, so it's not too bad at the minute. I mean, the Dark Energies hit you. It doesn't do a crazy amount of damage. At least I don't think it does. And then they're not... There's a lot of them, but they're not like that difficult to avoid. In fact, I should be trying to parry them as well whilst I'm on. Because parrying them gives you like a decent buff of the sword. There we go, there's that done again. And we just stand here and launch our sword at it, really. And just... I think the main part of this is just to try not to get hit by the Dark Energies getting sucked in. I think that's the like, absolute main focus of that part. Ah, right, it doesn't help when you get hit by them, actually. Because it gives you that, that debuff that basically means you can't control where you go. So that's really not good. But again, there's its suction attack, which doesn't really seem like it's doing anything. And this must be its last phase. So I guess we just continue as we are, really, and we should be okay. Famous last words, actually. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, yeah, no, of course. Yeah, this part, basically, its suction attack is really strong. And if it... Ow. Ah. Yeah, no, it's basically you can't damage it. You've just got to wait for it to die. I don't like that. I don't like that. Heal. Right, we did it. Okay, that part's a bit worrying if you're in a bad position. That's quite bad. Let's quickly get some loot because... Oh, what's that? Quite the evolution. Yeah, I don't really have time to read all this because once things start spawning in, it's going to get really hectic again. I'm just going to try and get... Oh, come on. There's like a really cool named staff and I'm picking up bones and books and stuff. There it is. Oh, it's a summon weapon. That sounds really good. I think that's everything. I should have emptied my inventory before I came here, really, shouldn't I? But, oh well, live and learn. I think that's boss number 1 down. I don't really know if there was anything I absolutely needed from that. Oh, dark plasma. That sounds really useful. So we don't need that staff. There we go. We've got that. Now let's teleport home and we shall have a look at our loot. So we got the summon staff, which I'm mainly interested in. Hang on. Let's just test it out. I was going to read it and it seems a bit confusing. What did that just... What's it doing? Other than making a noise, I'm not sure what it actually does. So, 168 summon damage. Summons a foreboding aura that attacks by firing void orbs. Minion damage is increased by 5% whilst the aura is active. Requires 3 minion slots to use. Only 1 may exist. Okay. Did it summon anything, or is that sort of like more of a buff for your summons? I don't really know. I genuinely have no idea what that actually just did. But we got it. And quiet the evolution. You reflect projectiles when they hit you. That's pretty good. Reflected... Oh, they deal no damage to you. This reflect has a 90-second cooldown, which is shared with all other dodges and reflects. If this effect triggers... You get a health regeneration boost for 5 seconds. If the same energy projectile type hits you again, you will resist its damage by 15%. That's pretty good for projectile enemies. Yeah, not bad at all. Also, we got this godly kraken from an enemy in the just a standard enemy in the dungeon. No idea who dropped it, but it looks really cool. So that's 1 boss down. Not very difficult at all, to be quite honest. In fact, it was verging on quite easy. So let's go to the next one. Time for the next boss, Stormweaver, who you need to summon in space, but you don't actually have to fight it in space. You can fight it literally anywhere. Oh, it's below me. And yeah, it's a worm boss, and in the first phase, it can shoot lightning at you, and its body, as far as I'm aware, is completely invulnerable. So you have to hit its tail, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what you have to do anyway. And then once it's below a certain amount of health, it sheds its shield, and then you can attack it from any angle you want. So yeah, I guess it's just a case of jumping around it like this and damaging its tail, because it's not really doing anything. Although once it does shed its It's what's it called? Does hurt a little bit, to be fair. Once it loses its shield, it becomes a lot faster and quite a lot stronger. So yeah, you do need to be careful in that phase. But oh, has it done it? I think it might have just done it. Yeah, it definitely has. Although now I think it's just going to be more of like a normal worm boss where I can just sort of jump to the side. I haven't even drank my buff potions yet. That's just occurred to me. And you know what? I'm not going to bother because I don't really think I'll need them. Because as far as I'm aware, this is like the sort of final phase type thing. It is definitely worth noting. Oh, yeah, no, you need to keep moving so that you kind of stay away from that lightning. Because the lightning does hurt quite a lot if it hits you. Oh, what are these things? Oh, we've got some falling from the sky shields, I guess. Oh, yeah, no, that does hurt a little bit. Maybe I should drink the buff potions. Oh, and it slows you down by the looks of things. Oh, yeah, I'm really damaged. Problem, I'm going to die. I should have drank the potions. Should have drank them. Well, it's going somewhat better than it was last time. Not perfect, and I'm really slow, annoyingly. I don't know what this airstream thing is, but I don't think I should touch it. Ow. Oh, no, it's doing it again. It's doing it again. I don't like that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We're so nearly there. We're so nearly there. Come on, please. I'm begging you, just die. Yes, there it is. That was, you know, quite a lot harder than the other one. Where's its shell at? It drops something. Right, that's what you need that to spawn the next boss in, basically. Surely that didn't just drop from the boss. Because that only has 39 range damage. It's a bit of a pathetic bow if it did. Right, now I wonder, do we have time to take on the next one? I'm not 100% sure we do, to be quite honest. Because I think the next one's even harder than that one. And I don't really have any potions. Do you know, oh! I know what we can do quickly. I say quickly. Remember that boss? Astrum Deus or whatever it was called. Surely by now we can take it on. We were meant to take it on like 10 bosses ago. Surely by now we've got enough stuff. So if I'm not wrong, we need a demon heart to spawn it in. Which I may not have any of, to be quite honest. I might... Oh, actually, is that it? No, that's a different one. Yeah, I might have to go and find a demon heart. But that shouldn't take too long. And then hopefully we can tick that boss off the list. Because it's been on the list for about 10 bosses longer than it should have. So, let's see what happens this time. Did I summon it? I think I summoned it. Yeah, right. So this should be the... It is. It's this one. Okay. So the last... Oh, it's trapped me. How has it done this? I've been outsmarted by like a worm thing. I've been absolutely mugged off there, but it didn't do too much damage, which is a very good sign. Although it does split into 2 at half health, doesn't it? If I'm right in saying. I'm pretty sure it splits into 2 and then gets even more annoying. Where'd it go? There it is. It's up there somehow. But yeah, so far, extremely good. It's nearly on half health already. I think I'm okay to say we've got this time. Okay, we're nearly done, but it has got me below half health, which is a bit worrying. Oh, did we do it? We did it. We actually managed to do it. There we go. Astrum Deus is down. We finally beat it. It took long enough, but it's gone. It's such a difficult boss. Like, even with all his armor, I mean, I probably didn't play it as well as I could have, but even with all this, it still got us below half health. So what did we get? I think we got some solar fragments. Although the fact that we got a load of these fragments tells me it was probably a post-Moonlord boss. Because obviously, you shouldn't be able to get the fragments before the Moonlord, because isn't that the whole point? So yeah, I guess it was actually a far more difficult boss than we thought. But anyway, we've got Silent Hide. Oh, please just leave me alone to look at my loot. Oh no, I've thrown that out. I kind of need that. There we go. Caught it. Teleport. Right. Taking damage or inflicting true melee strike drops an immense amount of astral stars from the sky. Taking damage boosts true melee by 50%. Boost duration is based on the amount of damage you took. The higher damage along the boost. Immunity to astral infection. Curse Inferno, On Fire, Frostburn debuffs. Enemies take damage when they hit you and inflict 2 astral infection. That's good. And some magic book, which I don't really care about, to be quite honest. We'll use it, but yeah, don't really care about that. Then I think that's everything, isn't it? Oh, well, there's this, obviously. It's go to the stars, largest vessel for the astral infection. Those struck down from this place among the stars, remnants gathered, strength, blah, 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 aiming to take his rightful place. And then that one, astral infection, the twisted dreamscape, surrounded by unnatural pillars under a dark, hazy sky. Natural laws have been upturned. What do we make of it? There we go. That's everything. Astrum Deus beat. So, hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.